Good evening. I want to welcome you all to the Microsoft Teams class. This is basically a basic class using Microsoft Teams. What I'd like to start out first is showing a short video of what Microsoft Teams is.
Teams, the app where work and collaboration is happening today, even when everyone isn't in the same room or time zone. Teams is a space where you and your team come together. But it's more than just a place to chat or join meetings. Teams bridges the gap between in-person and remote teammates. It makes working in real time or at your own pace easier than ever before. Teams is built for hybrid work, so you can stay informed, organized, and connected, all in one place. Now let's take a closer look at how collaboration works in Teams. Chat is where you can message someone or a group of people to talk about, well, anything. Teams and channels create focused spaces to gather the right people to work in the right context with files and conversations. Under Calendar, meetings connect the flow of work before, during, and after you meet, so prep and follow-up are easy to find. Apps is the doorway to new ways to work together. Find familiar apps and new ones to simplify, customize, and manage how you work. How we get work done together has changed, and Teams is made for today's workplace. Built to give you the flexibility to do your best work your way.
Okay, so basically, what you need to get started with Microsoft Teams is an email, or Microsoft, they have what's called an Outlook. So does everyone have an Outlook email? You have an Outlook?
I do.
Okay. Do you want to log in, or do you
I don't know if I remember my passwords. I wasn't given my laptop,
Okay,
but I didn't.
that's fine.
But I have it on my phone.
Yeah, you can do it on your phone as well if you want to. We provide the laptops for hands-on experience, that's all.
Yeah, I kind of would prefer that actually.
Yeah.
So should I just, but then I'm going to have to know my password.
You know
Yes.
your Microsoft password?
I could guess at it.
Because that's
All right.
what I just did my Microsoft.
Yes.
Okay, all right.
So basically, when you sign up for Teams, they're going to ask you to log into Microsoft's account. So if you type in Microsoft Teams on your web browser, you'll get the screen. And basically, Microsoft has a package where they'll let you purchase whatever you want to purchase. But for tonight's purposes, we're using the free version. So I'll click continue with free version of Teams. And then you're going to enter your email or your Outlook.com.
Mine is just a Comcast email.
Which is fine. They try to incorporate all emails. If you're setting up a new one, it'll be at Outlook.com.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, my password isn't working. Oh my God. So maybe I'll just do this on my phone.
all right. So once you sign up for your account, you can sign into Microsoft Teams.
I can't sign in just because I don't know my password.
I understand.
Yeah. Is there a mock where you don't need a password?
There's not really you can just set up a new one if you want. You can do that.
No,
Okay.
I'll just watch.
Okay. So it basically gives you a startup screen and lets you pick what you want to do as far as Teams. And Teams is basically your contacts. So anyone that you want to, who you want to collaborate with, they call that Teams. And different people, they might call it friends. I think Facebook is your friends, but this is Microsoft's version of it.
I'm in chat, is that where I'm supposed to be?
Mm-hmm. And we're gonna use the web app for today's version. So basically, this is the interface that you get with when you're in Microsoft Teams. There's an activity button, which is really nice. That shows you all the activities, whether you chatted, whether you had voice calls, anything along that lines of updates. It's like your timeline. The chat feature that you were just talking about, that's right here, lets you do real-time instant messaging to whoever you have within your group. Obviously, there's a video component to that where you can meet, which is really helpful when you have companies that have Microsoft. You can communicate with them via Teams. The calendar option allows you to set up meetings. It looks at your planning. You can do what's called a new meeting and set that up right away. When you're working on a desktop version that I asked if you wanted to have notifications on, I usually just turn them off. But if you want to receive notifications, you can.
Omar,
Yes.
the calendar, will it sync with your Gmail?
It will sync with your Outlook.com now. It's got to be Microsoft. It won't, because Microsoft wants it to talk to Microsoft.
Right.
So if you send an invite to someone who has Gmail, when they log into their Gmail account, they'll have to download the Microsoft. So, and most people do, which, you can use your Gmail account to receive email notifications for Microsoft Teams. But eventually, you're going to have to use their software. In terms of the quick start guide, they basically have profile settings. So under profile settings, you can change your photo, how you present to everyone else. If you don't want a photo, you don't have to. There are avatars, like business type avatars that you can use as well. I tend to use a professional photo. Microsoft Teams is a business application, so you want to have your best look. In the command bar, that's where you can search. So say you have an ongoing meeting about writing your specifications. If you type within this search bar, you can search for meetings that you've had in the past. To start a new chat, there's the icon right here, where you can go and start a chat. There's also an option right here where you can hit on new meeting, and that'll start an instant meeting.
What's the difference between a new meeting and, could you go back and meet now? What's the difference between those two?
They're the same thing. Meet now, so like I'll show you. If we started a new meeting, it's going to ask for something to name it. So we'll say, we want to have the meeting name Outlook, and then what you're going to do is start meeting. It's going to ask you, if it can use your camera and your microphone. I'm just going to block it for tonight. And right now, you're on a meeting. So in order to invite more people to that, you would click on the invite, and it basically sends an email to each participant.
Okay, so then how would I send an invite this way?
So like here, I'm going to close out. Let me say new meeting. You can add required attendees. So you would type in their Outlook email address, and it would send a notification to them.
And then do the meet now again?
So if you meet now, you can click on this link right here, if you copy this link, right there, copy it, that's what you're gonna send in an email. So you share it via email, and you can start your meeting.
Okay. So when is just streamlined, would you say?
I would say that. It is a live application, so if someone's in California, they have to, obviously, it'll send it on their time zone. So,
Oh, yeah, if you schedule it for 3, will it tell them it's at 1?
yes, there's a built-in function, it'll ask you which time zone you're in. So like,
Okay.
we're in Central Time Zone. When we set up that meeting, it'll automatically convert to whoever you're sending it to.
That's nice.
Okay. Within this system, they also have what's called channels. Channels is basically a discussion. So like if we have a group, we'll call our group the library patrons. That's our team. Our team is the library patrons. All right, if we create a channel, let's say we want to talk about our favorite book, that'll be a channel. So we'll create a channel saying, what is our favorite books? Or you could call it whatever you want, but that's what a channel is.
The channel is the topic.
Yes, yep. On the left side of the bar, it lists the other activities and icons that you have. You have your chat feature, you have your Teams feature, you have your calls feature. What's really nice about Teams is that not only is it a video component, it's just a regular call over the internet. So you can call somebody without video conferencing them, provided that you're connected to the internet. And of course, Microsoft has an abundance of apps that you can add to your portfolio. There are free apps, but obviously there are apps that you can purchase as well. So the first thing you do, obviously you're going to sign into your account. Then from there, you'll pick a team or a channel. And then once you do that, you can start your conversation. 9 times out of 10, you're going to have meetings. What's nice about the calendar feature is it'll let you schedule meetings, and it'll send notifications to everyone who's involved, so that you know, hey, I got a meeting in 15 minutes, which is really nice. You can make video and audio calls. When you use the add function, you can mention someone. So like, if you say at Omar Martin, it'll put my Microsoft account right within the chat feature. So it'll automatically notify me that someone has used my name in a chat.
Why would you want to do that?
Yeah, I'll go over that.
Okay.
Obviously, when you want to keep it a business professional, you can reply to a conversation. They say that you can add emojis. The emojis that are within Microsoft Teams are real basic. They got the thumbs up, they got the happy face, they got the not so happy face. It's very basic, but it's business oriented. What's a really good thing is you also within Teams you can share a file. So like you collaborate real time. If our group, we're the library patrons, and we want to discuss our favorite book, we can attach a file of that book. So if it's in a PDF form, I can attach it, and we can all read the same book at the same time. So if we go back here to our meeting, before I go further, I'm going to go into settings. Settings is a nice feature because it lets you set up your laptop how you want it. You can pick your audio as well as your video options. So if you click on the three dots, that's always your menu, and you click on settings, it'll let you change various things. I like the regular default. You might like a dark. You can do a high contrast. Your accounts, it'll also show you all the accounts that you have. So if you have multiple Microsoft emails, you can set up more than one. Obviously, for today's purposes, we're using the free benefits. The free benefits allows you to have meetings up to 60 minutes. You can have up to 100 participants. You also have cloud storage using OneDrive. Now, OneDrive is really nice because it backs up information in the cloud. So anything that's pertaining to your meeting, you can store it in the cloud. You don't have to store it on your laptop.
How, I'm assuming it's in settings, so I have Teams through work, and people can see when I'm online, moving the mouse, stuff. How can I shut that all down so I go incognito?
Sure. So you're going to click on settings. There's an option right here. You can say you're busy, you can say do not disturb, or you can say appear offline. That way, you're able to still stay within Teams, but the people who are connected with you, they'll see what you put. So like you say, I want to appear offline. So right now, it'll show like a gray area. It won't show that you're available. The nice function about this here is, especially if you're in the office, you want people to know if you're busy or not. So right now, I'm busy. I'm online, but I'm busy. So that would prompt someone not to call me right at that time.
So you wait till your name and not the three dots?
Yes, you go to your name, and then you click on the icon.
Okay. But then my employer, I'm sure can know like how often I'm online. Yeah.
Yes.
Can I change that?
I don't think you can change that. That's a built-in function from Microsoft. You can obviously log off, and then it won't calculate, you know.
Okay.
But once you log in, it'll show how long you've been off.
Yeah.
And I think that's a part of the business aspect of it.
Exactly, that's part of the license fee.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, is there any other questions? All right. So let's go ahead and start a meeting. Close this. I'm gonna call this. All right, and could you give me your email address?
It's RSVEH. Wait, the A should be an E.
You said E?
Yeah, sorry, EH@comcast.net.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and send you that invite. And here, it'll let you copy the link if you want to send it to other people as well.
So okay, so I went to chat and it says new event created.
Yep.
Actually, there it is. So then.
So what you do is you double click, if you went to your calendar option, and just double click on that. It has an option to let you join.
It didn't come up on my calendar. It came up in chat.
Okay, you can use it in chat as well.
How do I join?
It should be at the top. It'll say join.
Oh, there it is, yep. I'll just block the camera and the mic from that.
That's fine. And I'm just going to continue without audio, well, if you turn your microphone on, you'll get feedback, so I'm gonna leave it off.
All right, so I'll just say continue without audio.
Yep,
And then join now.
yep. Okay, so I'm the one who started the meeting. It'll give me a notification I can admit to the meeting. But obviously, if you're in the same company, it'll just automatically let you admit in. So right now, I'm gonna,
Also, I wouldn't have, if it's in the same company, you don't have to hit admit, everyone just comes in.
yep. So everyone will just come in. If you sent this to someone outside your company who uses Microsoft Teams, you would have to be, the person who started the meeting will have to admit. It's
Okay.
similar to like Zoom in that app.
Okay.
So right now, it'll show the patrons who are in it. It'll let you know if you can mute them or if they have their microphone on. So like with the chat feature, I'm gonna go ahead and say, so you're able to do real-time chats with the people within your meeting.
First screen didn't change, so should it have?
This is the main screen,
Yeah.
so,
That's what her screen looks like.
yeah. In order to get to the chat function,
Okay.
at the bottom,
Oh, there it is.
there's icons. You click on this, and it'll show it. You can also close right here.
So you could chat in that too?
Yes.
Yes, okay. You don't have to go back to the screen.
Yes.
Good.
All right, a lot of times meetings are about presenting things. You want to present to the group. So I say, hey, I want to share my desktop. So I'll click on this. It'll show each of the items that I have available to share. You can either work through the window or you can work through tabs. I usually use tabs because I like to have more than one tab open at a time, but you can share your entire screen. And another function that's really nice is you can share your audio. So like if I was showing a YouTube video, I would want to show that, I want people to hear that audio. So I will click on this option so that they can hear the audio as well. But for right now, I'm just going to do a custom tab.
So what is that? I don't understand. So you're just sharing the tab,
Yes.
but you're already in, that your tabs is in Teams. So, what, Chrome tab?
Right. Each one of these at the top here are my Chrome tabs. So right now, the people in my group can't see these. They can't see
Okay,
these.
Okay, and then what's your window? What's the window?
Window is the application that you're using on your laptop. So if you're running Windows,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
So if I wanted to do a PowerPoint, I would need to have it open on my desktop and then I would share it that way.
Correct.
So that would be entire screen.
Yes. Most people use entire screen. That's the easiest option. So that lets you, I'm gonna go ahead and share my entire screen. So when I share my screen, you'll see all the tabs that I have open within Teams.
Could you open up like PowerPoint so we can see that?
Sure, I'll go ahead and do that.
There's probably not anything on there, so you download a template, because
Okay.
it's good. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Let me go back here. So in Teams, I'm gonna stop sharing for a second. So now I have a PowerPoint that I want to share. I'll click on the share desktop. It's going to ask me which one. I can either do what's within Windows. I use the Windows function too because it'll let you pick exactly what you want to share. For this option, I want to share my PowerPoint presentation, so I click on that. And then you can see within the presentation the PowerPoint. So you're able to talk through your PowerPoint
That's
presentation.
perfect.
What if
yeah.
you wanted to play it? So go,
So you can certainly play it.
Uh-huh.
If you click on slideshow,
okay.
and where's that option? If you just click on the box itself, it'll advance
Okay.
to the next slide.
Now I'm not seeing that though, I'm seeing, what you had before, I'm just seeing the window. I'm not seeing the PowerPoint.
Okay. Get out of this.
So you gotta share again, right?
Yeah.
Nah.
The one thing that's beneficial, if you have a lot of things open, just share your entire screen. So like I'll share my desktop, I'll share my entire screen. So that way, when I pull up here and start my slideshow,
Yeah.
you can see. And to advance it, you just click on it.
You know, you're seeing, you know what she's seeing though? She's seeing the presenter's view.
And she can change her view.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it isn't, this is the view that I have, but she
Yeah.
can change her view.
Can I move this? Oh, no, never mind.
And one trick to change it, if you click on Control and use your mouse, you can change the size, because a lot of times, whatever you're presenting, you want to change the size of it. So,
Now I have nothing.
so like if you click Control and resize your
Oh, I
tab,
see, okay,
it'll let you focus in more.
okay.
But when you're in a meeting, there are definitely ways that you can customize it. For tonight's purposes, we wanted to get you on to logging into and starting a meeting and learn how you can invite contacts. Obviously, companies do want to see participants, like with an audit. We have an auditor who wants to look at our business records. So they'll ask you to turn on your video camera. You can turn your video camera on and off using that function. Obviously, if you want to talk to patrons, you have to unmute yourself.
Sure.
What's real nice is they have expanded features where it lets you meet together. So on your screen, you can pull everyone's video into one video, so it looks like you're all together. There's different functions that you can use. That's basically called Together Mode. So when you click on Together Mode, that brings everyone's photo onto your meeting.
Okay.
So, which is a nice function at times.
You
Well-
said you could have 100 people though. How do you do that?
What it will do is it will pick the 9 most people who started talking. So
Uh-huh.
once you talk, the 9 most people that are talking recent will come up first.
Okay.
But technically, you could see everyone, all the participants up to 100. They would have to obviously do something, either chat or talk.
Right.
Is that setting a default setting?
That's the default setting, yes. When you go to the details, that shows you,
We can't see what
Yeah,
you're
we
doing.
still have this.
oh, I'm sorry. So I'll go ahead and stop this. Oops, cancel. And what it also does, which is nice, is if it's a reoccurring meeting, it will remember that code. If it's just a brief meeting, it'll remember it for a short time,
Okay.
then it will go away.
What do you mean by a brief meeting?
So like this one we just started, the library patrons, that was just a short meeting. We just had a short meeting. So if I want to go right back to that, I can on the screen. I can join it again.
Okay, here's PowerPoint still up.
Oh, well, let me get out of the PowerPoint here.
Okay.
Sorry about that. So it'll let me go back into the meeting that we've had before.
Okay. Even though it's been discontinued or it's stopped,
Yep.
and then a week later,
It's, I don't know the exact time, but it's not a week. It's usually like a short meeting. So say later that day you want to go right back into it, you can.
So, for instance, on the ISO audit, it can be, 5 hours or so. But I know it's on the free one, it's an hour, so every time it kicks you off, can you go back to and get that meeting back again?
Yes.
That's really nice.
Yes. That's a really nice function because you can go directly back into that. Now, if you waited a week later, you'll have to create a new meeting.
Okay.
But it's just a link. So that's all the meeting is a link. So
Okay.
once it creates a link, you use that same link. So we can over that. Here. Part of what we have here at the Downers Grove Libraries, we have access to various online services. And I always like to promote part of the services that we have here at the library. On our website, we have what's called LinkedIn Learning. What's really nice about LinkedIn Learning is that you can use your library card and log into all different types of classes. So like tonight's class, Microsoft Teams, you can go into LinkedIn Learning and view numerous different courses in Microsoft Teams. So I just wanted to show you that real quickly. If it'll let me. I can definitely email the link because it's not coming up. But LinkedIn Learning is a tool that was purchased from Microsoft. Microsoft has a way that you can do online courses. So like if you want to do an intro to Microsoft Teams, they have coursework in that. And they have coursework in a lot of different things online. But what's really nice about your Downers Grove library card is you can log in using your pen and have access to those classes. And that's basically it. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Before you leave, I would ask that you kindly fill out our questionnaire. It gives us feedback on course content, as well as some things that we want to do in the future.
Okay.
Well, thank you all for
All
coming.
right, thank you.
thank you.
It's been good.
I've actually spoken with you
Mhm.
because Annie connected me to you.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Regarding LinkedIn, yeah, with my profile, a couple of years ago.
I love LinkedIn, and what's really good is Microsoft obviously wants to monetize the things that they're doing, but with the Downers Grove Library card, you're able to get it for free.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. I feel that my LinkedIn profile can be, I think I'm just not getting any recruiters, so I'm not sure if I'm not using the key search words properly. Yeah, I'm not sure what's up with that.
There's definitely tools that you can use for that. And Oliver Stickton is one of the ones that I normally like to use. He's on LinkedIn. He has examples of keywords that get you noticed. you know, so,
I'll write his name down.
yeah. He's actually an online contributor for LinkedIn, so,
Okay. And then you said Oliver
yes.
Stankton?
I can never pronounce his name right, but I'll definitely email you his, because my connection is not working right now.
Okay.
So I think I logged out of everything, but when this gets shut off tonight, does it log everybody out?
Yes.
I thought so.
Yep,
Everything's gone when you get off.
Okay.
it wipes it clean.